Mike's hot.
Am I allowed to sing for the opening song anymore?
No, it's too much, you guys.
Well, then, like, what else am I supposed to start in with?
You could say things.
Yeah.
Sometimes,
about as
but
well I
try
can
and do only one song per every other podcast recording.
I can't keep track of that.
Yeah.
Welcome to My Top Everything. I'm Marion.
I'm Kara.
I'm Mara.
And I go?
Yeah.
I didn't know if there was like an introduction. I'm Jenn.
And we're four childhood friends who argue about anything and everything. This week, our topic is top 3 creative ways to dispose of murder evidence.
Bum, bum, bum.
We, disclaimer, have not... I like how you looked like you were giving up on life after you made that bump, bump, bump. You looked like you were like...
I didn't like
I
it.
don't know.
Yeah. I wish I could take
I
it
liked
back.
it. I liked it.
I shrugged.
I was a big fan.
I felt seen by Mara. We both like, meh.
Yeah.
What didn't really add
You're like,
anything.
I'm dead inside when you did that. Yeah, I just want a disclaimer. It's not that any of us specifically knows how to do this topic. It's not like we
for yourself.
we're not experts. We don't have past experience.
None of our ones that actually were never found out are on the list anyways.
Yeah, we only are doing ones that don't really work for obvious reasons. So, does somebody want to get started, or do you have thoughts on this topic before we dive in?
All of mine are centered around disposing of the body because
Same.
the thought of how I would murder somebody and like the evidence in which that I would have to like that
Yes,
thought
yeah.
process was too scary.
You're right. I also focused on specifically the body.
Yeah.
I did not. I focused on the evidence.
Psycho.
Well, the body is evidence. No body, no crime.
Yep. That's what. Yes.
Yeah. I thought this was a particularly hard one because there's so many TV shows and movies and books about this that finding one that wasn't like, I don't know. I'm not feeling confident is all I'm going to say.
Oh, you don't know that you're going to nail the creative
No.
part of this.
No.
Yeah.
Not to incriminate myself for crimes I haven't committed, because
Sure.
I totally haven't committed these, but I felt oddly prepared for this topic.
I truly, I was like, I'm glad that Jen will be here for this because I do believe that Jen could come up with 3
Creative.
really creative ways to dispose of murder evidence. Does anyone want to start? I think we should save Jen for last.
I'll go.
Okay.
Um,
Least creative. We're going to go from least
Yes.
creative to most creative.
Yeah, quite literally. I volunteered myself for this because I know who I am. I was gardening this morning, so it's it's part of
You are not about to say
Yeah.
put it in your garden.
in my
Check her
raised
garden.
bed.
Kara, this is number one. Putting it in your garden is like the most normal. Like everybody does. There's so many people who get discovered because of their garden and their yard.
It depends on
If you're a suspect, you're fucked.
Here, we're gonna elevate Kara's tactic. Kara, you're gonna put it in someone else's garden.
There we go. Thank you, Jen.
But like not a neighbor's.
No, you're gonna have to.
No, yeah, it has to be outside of the comfort. Thank you, Jen. That's what I meant.
And you're gonna have to drive, but you can't take your phone with you because your GPS will be tracked.
right. I know that.
So you have to go, solo and maybe find a farm, not a garden. Now we're getting into
No,
other people's
stop.
shit. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. Okay, so garden? Your fucking raised bed.
Someone else's garden.
They don't even have to dig underground.
Like a squirrel's gonna find that, man.
But I'm thinking about murder evidence, like not the body. So I've
So the gun. So
No. I'm not okay. First of all, if it's premeditated, I'm not using like a gun. It's gonna be like
So this
a
is only
statue.
accidental murder. Well, it wouldn't even be called murder at that point. It'd be called accidental manslaughter evidence.
You still murder somebody if they like come into your house and you're scared and you hit them with a statue or something.
Dead.
Like that's
Jail.
murder.
Correct.
So you're saying accidental evidence you would put into your, like what?
Somebody else's raised garden bed.
Somebody else's raised garden bed outside of my normal location that I don't bring my phone to. Maybe I even bike there.
Ooh.
And you have to hope they don't have a ring camera or anybody's home because
Yeah.
that's going to be awkward.
Yeah, for sure.
And then what are you going to do with the shovel that you used to bury it?
Maybe
Did you by happenstance like
I changed
think of
this
more
this
than
morning.
3?
I changed this morning.
Wait. No. The shovel is fine. She gardens normally. It's totally normal for her to have a
Unless
shovel
she goes
still
to
after this.
Unless she has bought a specific type of dirt and then that dirt gets, I mean, let's talk about bones, like forensic
Forensics.
evidence.
Why would
they
she
will
buy
match
new
the
dirt?
because she's going to have to, no, that if her dirt doesn't match the people's garden that she's in, right? So then her shovel has pieces
No,
of
you
the
clean
other
it. You
dirt.
clean it.
That's it. You're going to clean it so well that they're not going to be able to find forensic evidence.
Yeah, you think Kara's gonna be able to keep this a secret?
Okay,
I'll
well
help her
first
clean it.
Correct. Mara would be
First
my first
step
person I would call.
would
Like,
be
what
that they
chemicals do you
even go
have?
to that garden to get the forensic evidence. This person isn't a suspect. No one's digging up that garden.
Thank you, Jen.
The squirrel digs it up. They're like, what's this statue doing here with accidental blood on it? Clearly this was an accident.
Who got rid of an Oscar?
I've never seen a squirrel dig before in my life.
What?
What?
They dig all the time, John.
The acorns? What are you talking
Well,
about?
first of all, those are all on the
I've never
surface.
seen it, so it doesn't happen.
They don't really dig. They surface level
Okay,
dig.
a bear goes in. Bears love raised gardens.
Bears.
Bear goes
Yeah.
in. Bear finds a gun. Then now
Kills the owner of that house.
The bear is a suspect.
now you and the bear will be jailed in the same cell. Good luck.
Carol will befriend that bear.
Damn, Marion's
vegan, I
got a
swear.
point here on this one. I've talked to a few bears in my time, and that is true.
All right, so that was Kara's number 3.
I changed it this
Classic,
morning. Do you want
so
to hear what my
creative.
alternative was before this?
Yeah,
I couldn't figure out how
Just
to-
sorry. The fact that you changed it because you're like, what's more creative than what I had?
It's because
Garden bed.
It's because-
Nobody's ever thought of that before.
it's because I think that this wouldn't work. I was trying to figure out the logistics of how it would work. But you know how you can train corvids to bring you things and then they'll take things away? I was trying to think about how you could like train a corvid to come to your house all the time and then somehow take the murder weapon away by bird. Like you
This is a great creative way. Why
I
didn't you
love
keep
that.
this one?
The fuck is a corvid?
Like
like a-
crow,
Like
raven,
Raven and Crow.
yeah.
Okay.
magpie. So this was
But
great.
but they only bring you things. So they bring you and then you give them food.
So just
But,
do
like-
a hawk.
Carrier pigeon.
There's no carrier pigeons. It has to be like something under the radar.
I will point
What
out
do you
that
mean? What you think a crow is more under the radar
they
than a pigeon?
They're living in the neighborhood right now.
Yeah.
So they
Crows
would be
and-
just like every day hanging out.
crows and ravens will accept shiny gifts.
You
Yeah.
give them the
But they
gun.
have to be small. It has to be like, oh, I killed them with a nickel.
Well, no.
No.
You would have to break apart the murder. Like, let's say you use a hammer. You would have to break the hammer into pieces, and then you give a little piece to different crows each day. So that way, they're also not taking it to the
That
same
was
place.
my theory is that it's multiple as well. That
Yeah.
you would have like, and then they would spread out, and so you could.
This is great. How do we get
This
the
is my
garden
number
from
3.
this?
I don't know.
This is excellent.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
That's my number 3.
It's real good.
Hell yeah, brother. It's good
Kara,
shit.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I love having Jen on.
Jen, do you?
Yeah, thank you.
Who do you think is going to be more creative to go next, me or Mara?
Oh,
I think I should go
damn.
next.
I was going to
probably.
ask her too.
I think Mara can get some pretty outlandish ideas floating.
Okay.
I hope they live up.
Yeah, no pressure.
My first one's super easy. Anybody can do it. And this isn't with the body. I actually did what you did as well. I have some that are body, some are the evidence that doesn't relate to the body. So this would be evidence that doesn't relate to the body, like rags with their blood on it, et cetera, et cetera. U.S. mailing system. Just pop that baby in there with a bad address, package. Make sure to mark it like important, fragile, like insure it, whatever. Make it really clear that there's something important in this box. That will get lost. Will get lost. It will not show up to where, you know what I'm saying? The U.S. mailing system sucks. I'm ragging at, you guys are giving me blank looks. I'm ragging on the U.S. mailing system.
Because I think
that's
since all
happening.
the anthrax stuff, they
They're-
dig a little bit more into
Plus, they
They-
track the sender.
They like check your packages. They don't just send them around. They'd immediately be like, "Why is there a bloody knife or a gun?"
No,
in this
there wouldn't
box?
be there wouldn't be a knife or a gun. There'd be bloody rags.
Why wouldn't you just burn those?
Well, because that's not creative. I'm being
Right.
creative here. I'm sending my evidence through the U.S. mail because I'm confident that they will lose it. And that it'll go into where all those other lost packages of mine have gone.
Seriously.
That's
to
the
Joy's
ether. It's the most foolproof thing I can think of is you just put whatever you want in one of those flat rate boxes.
Yeah.
You pay $35. You send it to an address that
Christmas time.
It has at Christmas time. Yeah, you wait until Christmas. That is it. You know what?
2
That's
days.
key. 2 days before Christmas, rush shipping.
Yeah.
Make sure to get one number wrong in the zip code not the zip, they need the zip code. But make it vague enough that that's going to end up in the trash because the mail person got so aggravated with trying to find where this went that I assume that's where all the lost packages go, is that the mail person got angry and did the disposing for you. They probably have done so many crimes.
I
disposed of the evidence.
I could help with this one too because if you have to have a correct address because they require an actual address when they put the thing in. But as a planner, you know what addresses have now been removed because parcels have been grouped together or something, and then an address is old, but it would still be in their system.
Shut up.
Oh shit!
I don't know how it would take a minute to figure out, but we could figure it out.
You'd also
Hell yeah.
have to drive somewhere really obscure to do the mailing because
Or-
they stamp it with where it's made.
Oh yeah,
Or
yes,
really
yes,
busy,
yeah.
like New York City, the biggest one.
Yeah, it would have to be a really busy city where I can be anonymous.
Casper,
and
Wyoming.
I'm paying in cash. But I really think this is a super accessible way to get rid of your murder evidence.
Okay.
Anybody can do it. You just wait until
Ooh.
Christmas time.
What if you ask somebody to do it for you too? So then,
Yeah, you
Like
say, "Oh, can you
Krieger.
mail a
like somebody that
package
goes
for
all
me?"
the time, so then they
Yeah.
wouldn't be like suspicious of the person dropping the package off.
No, yeah, that's totally good. And you could still, with the hammer, for example, you could chop it up into pieces. They're just going to think that.
How
Here's
are
what-
you
here's what-
chopping a hammer?
Here's
You
what-
know, you get nitrogen, and then it gets cold, and you smash it, and then there's
And then
I
you
was
have
thinking-
millions of pieces?
You have all these
Evidence
pieces
everywhere?
And the great part is that when the U.S. people, the USPS looks at it and they're like, "Why is there a broken thing in here?" They'll just go, "Oh, we won't report it because we probably broke it." You know what I'm saying? Like they'll think that they jostled it too much. Foolproof.
We jostled
I would
this
like-
hammer too.
I would like to take a moment to acknowledge today's sponsor, USPS. Thank you for all you do. You do a great job out there. We appreciate your hard work
Yeah,
and your
I
long
clearly-
seasonal hours.
I clearly think a lot of the USPS system.
we love the government.
It gets lost.
Mara?
My number 3 most creative way to get rid of all of mine are long games. Every single one of mine
Okay.
I love it.
is
like that.
premeditated. It takes years to set up.
Okay.
Number 1, I gotta move to where the ocean is.
Okay.
I just need access to the ocean. I spend years just hanging out, living there, acquiring a boat or acquiring friends with a boat, like drunkards that aren't gonna notice when their boat's fucking gone.
Yeah.
And then that body goes.
I think
into
it's
the
really
ocean.
important that you don't have the boat.
Yeah,
And also that these drunkards don't know your real name.
Yeah.
You wear like some kind of weird prosthetic nose every time you go to them in a way.
oh my god, I cut off a.
You have a nickname like Shorty or something. So when the cops
Shorty.
come around and they're like, "Do you know anyone who might have had connections to Bernard?" And you say, "Well, they'll be like, Shorty." And then they'll say, "Describe Shorty." And they'll
I'll
be like,
blonde,
"Oh, hook nose,
bimbo.
one eye, redhead."
I like
You know?
the idea better that the boat that you use is like, you make really good friends with people that know people, and then they're on vacation, so you
Yeah.
borrow their boat when they're on vacation. They don't even know you when you take the boat.
And it has to be some rinkety dink old, like probably private access pier or
Yeah.
slip, so that it's.
That doesn't have cameras.
Yes, it's got to be old.
Yeah.
It's got to be an old one. Yeah, these are all like really old fishermen.
And like a fishing vessel.
yeah,
that already
fisherman.
has blood in it.
And the hooks.
oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Those hooks that swing.
Maybe Texas, and you just wait until a blackout, which happens all the time. So then the cameras are down.
Okay.
Yeah, one of those lakes
Yeah.
or rivers.
And in my years of waiting, I have to understand the tide and the currents.
Yes.
So
How far out are you going? And this is for a body?
Yeah.
Are you tying like any weights to it, or what are we doing?
Okay, so I'd have to learn a little bit more about the human anatomy and what will fall apart as it decomposes in
a
water.
lot of what happens is it bloats,
gases.
and then and that's why bodies are discovered to come back up.
And
Gotta
then
keep it down.
But it's crazy, the currents, like murder in like Japan or Russia can
Yeah.
like end up in our East Coast or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
I
that's
see.
true.
So you're gonna weight it like a scuba diver, where it's not gonna go all the way down to the bottom and sink, so the currents can't take it. So like when you're scuba diving,
Yeah.
you have
Yeah.
the weights so that way you can float in the middle of the ocean. So you'll weight the body so that it doesn't go all the way down and sink and stay in one place. You'll do it so it catches on the current.
No,
and
it
goes
needs
for thousands of miles.
to go all the way down because if it's floating in the middle, it'll
It
be
will get
eaten.
picked up by a current.
It'll be different pieces, and the pieces will come up.
That's good. That's good shit. There's different pieces.
But like, is Bones true? Like, can they solve a murder based off of a foot?
There's a TV show called Bones, so
That's what you're saying. Is bones true?
fuck.
As a matter of fact, in the Puget Sound, they've had a strange phenomenon for the last 30 years where something like 18 feet have washed up on shore.
Oh my God.
Because somebody's
feet.
weighting it so it goes into the current, and then the
I don't know.
animals.
I'm
eat
gonna
it.
fact check Grayson, but I will say that there's a dock that was from Japan that when the tsunamis happened, that it did end up on Washington's.
Yes,
So like there are ways that it's gonna float all the way around and be found.
Yeah.
but lots of things go into the ocean and never come out.
Yeah, I will say that is the one thing that if we still did points, I might give this a negative half point because the ocean is not, lots of people dispose of murder evidence in the ocean. That's
Yeah.
a pretty common
I
spot.
said,
I
I don't
agree
know
that-
if mine are gonna live up.
I mean, the long game. I like the long game part of it.
You could put your evidence on a submarine with a billionaire. That's a good way to go.
Yeah, but like
Never
a really
see that again.
unreliable submersible, that has had problems, and everyone said, don't keep taking that down.
Why are we not sinking somebody else's boat with the body on it?
Well, because then you're committing
I gotta take two
arson,
boats
theft.
out.
There's so much going on there. That's a lot of extra work. But I do really like the idea of a creative way being find something that's already tanking, a building that's going to get demolished, a submersible that everybody's like, this is really unsafe. Put the stuff in there. Wait for the accident to happen.
Grayson's right. Since August 2007, at least 20 detached human feet have been found on coasts in Washington.
Oh
What
my
did I-
God.
What did I say?
Washington
feet.
State.
Washington State.
Washington
So
State.
20 detached human feet.
Yeah.
Feet.
I just thought it was cute. Feet.
All right, Jen, let's hear yours. I don't know if mine are very creative. Mine are
They're very
very.
successful.
you know
I
what?
don't want to get caught.
You would get a point because it was better than garden.
That wasn't my number 3. Check yourself.
That was her honorable mention.
That came before the 3rd.
Raised bed, not even down like 6 feet.
It's because I was doing it because I thought if I'm digging in my garden, somebody's gonna be like, "That's fucking." But I'm actively adding dirt to my thing right now, and so people be like, "Oh, they're just doing their gardening."
One bad storm,
Man.
washing the soil, and then suddenly all your
Yeah.
shit's on
It's
the
all
front of your
contained.
yard.
There's no way.
No,
They're like,
we'll
why-
be visiting you in prison.
I hope you do.
We'll see.
Let's not forget her actual answer was corvids, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because we forced her. So, Jen, what's your number 3?
Okay, so this is going to illustrate so clearly how much I could not succeed at getting away with murder. But one of my prior teams at work, and I will not release any identifying information, somehow this topic came up quite frequently when our team got together. We had a very dark sense of humor, and we created what we thought was the perfect plan, and it is not. Disclaimer, don't do this. But the method that we had was you have to, classic, like go out into the woods, dig a hole sort of trope. But instead of digging the whole landscape mode to lay the body horizontally, you're going to dig it portrait mode. And I know you're thinking to yourself, holy balls, I have to dig that deep. Yeah, you do.
I've heard
That's how
about
this
this
works.
actually. This is a thing, right? This is recommended to do it
Yeah,
portrait mode.
Because when I love that you just jumped onto portrait mode. Thank
That's a
you
good
for
way of
that.
putting it. But I've heard this.
Horizontal and vertical exist, but landscape and portrait just felt so right. yeah, when they're looking for disturbed ground that's going to be the length of a body horizontally,
This
they're
is
not going to
true.
look for
When they use aerial imagery, they do look for specific sizes.
Yeah. So first step is you gotta bury that body portrait mode, and that's a lot of digging. So just like gear up, get your 3 best friends, get to work.
Okay,
You
but
guys are in
also if
this,
you're
for the
dealing it, if you're doing it portrait mode, that means what diameter circle are we looking for here? I mean, that's going to be
Depends
hard
on
to get in and out of. That's
machinery.
How much? Well, now we're bringing machinery into this.
I'm not digging a portrait hole.
What? Now we're bringing machinery?
What? You never done dispose of murder evidence before? What? But okay.
Yeah,
How
you're
long
gonna
would
have to
this
dig
fucking take? This would take like
really deep.
12
It's gonna take
hours.
forever.
I would suggest
you're
that, you know,
gearing up.
so this is irrigation related. So when you're trying not to disturb an area, you have a shovel that you kind of like slip underneath the turf grass, and you pop it up and you like peel it back, and then you can put it back after you're digging and everything. You put it back and it looks like nothing has happened.
Yeah.
So you need to find an area where you can still get in and out to do portrait mode, but big enough that you can have a person in there shoveling and maybe a bucket or whatever, but you have to like kind of peel back the soil and then put it back once so that it looks like less area is disturbed.
That is so brilliant, and it was not part of my plan at all. So first step, portrait mode. Second step, in addition to already digging a very deep, narrow hole, you have to dig it even a little bit more deep because wait. Don't come in here. Don't come in here
I
making
know what you're gonna
assumptions
say.
about my
I know what you're
burial.
gonna say.
I'm confident you know what I'm going to say too.
She wants to say it. Let her say it.
Let's say it at the same time. 3, 2, 1. Dead animal. What?
Yeah.
Yep.
So so you got to bury your household pet on top, because when they dig up the disturbed land, they'll see that there is an animal there. They'll think, oh, someone just buried Spot. There's not a body under there.
Kara's
Lies.
face. Kara's
There
face right now.
is.
Now, hey,
So
a question.
disturbed.
So, with this household pet that you're digging up, is it A, your household pet? Like, are they going to be able to tie this back to you? B, now is this a situation where the pet died of natural causes? You've been keeping it in an ice chest waiting for this moment? Or is it a situation where, you know, you have a couple spares? You always have 4 cats for a reason, but you tell everyone you only have 3?
Oh my God.
So
I will not be taking any answers on the pet.
this
Thank you,
has actually been proven to be false. So don't do this. You will be caught.
Wait, what?
The animal dog body smelling dogs
Oh.
can smell the difference between deceased animals and deceased humans.
I didn't know that.
So don't do
Oh,
that.
I want to live in my
Okay.
La La land.
No.
Well, there's one more
Be
step
visiting
to
you
this.
both in prison.
And I'll
There's
I'll
one
be
more
in the
step
hole.
to this plan, which is
Earl gotta go.
He's too tall. That hole's too deep.
Oh my God.
This whole time I was thinking, imagine digging this hole and trying to stuff meat out.
No, honestly, I think we could do top 3 ways to dispose of Grayson, and that would be a whole different podcast answer. Can we put that in? I would love to do that.
I don't like where this
I
is
don't.
going.
Yeah.
there
it's a
is
little
one more
Fine.
step.
Top 3 ways to dispose of a Bigfoot-sized man.
You and I can just talk about it on our
Offline.
own.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Pillow talk. Grayson's face. Tara's face.
Love bug.
Mine will just be men.
Jen, you had another step.
There is one more step to this absolutely infallible plan. Again, have not Googled this. I'm not incriminating myself. You just got to trust the process, whether it works or not. But one of my teammates on this former team claimed that if you if you shove yogurt up the anus,
What the fuck?
I
Yeah.
like where this is going.
Oh, it starts
talking.
decomposing more.
I don't know
because of
where
the
it's going.
bacteria.
it helps the body decompose
Yo,
faster.
that's such a good idea.
Yeah.
Is that
Again,
real?
have
Has
no
to
clue
be.
if that is true or not.
I like the
But-
idea.
Yeah, that checks out.
because you already have live
But you
bacteria
just got
in
to
the
trust the
yogurt.
process.
Wait, this is
Now, do we have to make sure? So then that means you got to buy yogurt, but not in a way that they can trace back the type of yogurt or where you
How
bought
much
it.
yogurt
from.
do you think you're fitting up the human intestine?
I'm just saying,
sure you
will
can
they
put a
be able
bunch
to
in there.
identify
Yeah.
that you put yogurt up there and the type of brand?
Maybe they'll be
yogurt?
like,
And then they'll be like,
We'd have
oh,
to
this is
be able
only,
to-
imagine, because you know what? I'm imagining Kara doing this. She's bought her fucking yogurt from Co-op. So it's a special brand. She shoves it up.
vegan.
She shoves it up the anus. And then she puts it in her raised bed. They're the Boston Commonwealth Police Department, so they're not sure it's Kara at first. They're like, "Is this Kara?" Just because the body is in the raised bed doesn't mean it's Kara. Just because it was at her house. Karen Reed, anybody? Anyway, so. Then they discover, there's yogurt.
Yes.
They're Bostonians, so there's yogurt shoved up this guy's anus. And so then they start tracing it. Oh, it's only one brand that's sold at the co-op. Now they've got you. Now they've figured it out.
This is
So
not
you're
mine.
telling me I can't use Anderson Erickson yogurt to dispose of a
That's
body
way
in like
too
California.
specific.
Also, should we bleep out Anderson Erickson in case they don't want to be associated with this content?
no.
We've already
Nah.
condemned a lot.
PETA.
We've already received the
tag
cease
'em.
and desist. So,
PETA's going to love our household pet idea.
and now that we've mentioned PETA, we can put them in the tags again and make them listen to this
Hell
episode.
Yeah.
Dang, motherfuckers.
Peter, disclaimer, PETA wouldn't like this. Just so that way PETA doesn't think we're,
Trolling them like we are.
Right. I know.
do you have more to this creative way, Jen?
Nope, that is the process. 100% guarantee or your money back.
Excellent. Kara, let's get your number 2.
Good Lord. Okay. My number 2 is okay, so you know how you have all these small towns I guess you know how you have all these museums where they're just kind of like, the Civil War happened and we have 5 things in our museum in the middle of nowhere. Nobody ever goes to them. There's no cameras. There's one dude that works there Saturday from noon to 5 and that's all. Go to one of those museums with your murder evidence, not the body, and leave it in one of the like cabinets or under something, and people are going to think it's part of the museum.
Sorry.
Yeah.
What? So
I low-key love that.
You're getting into a museum with stuff.
It's like in your purse.
Yeah.
Like a woman's big bag.
Listen,
Like a knife.
I've
Picture
spent many hours in a podanky link, whatever the little verb word I wanted to say.
Podunk.
Town with like, I bet, have you guys ever been to the Museum of Billy Clocks or smallest church in the nation
That's what I'm
in
talking about.
Iowa
Yeah.
or the
So you're gonna
fucking tractor?
Exactly. It's one of those where
gonna
it's
go
like
there
middle
with
of
your
nowhere.
purse
I have my purse. I have my murder weapon. I already know they don't have cameras because in my head
Yeah.
I've already like figured this
But
out.
there's going to be that one nosy, whoever's taking your admission or, who's there. This is like what, a 1-room museum? And
No.
there's gonna be
It
one
has to have
person
multiple
there?
rooms because you have to figure out how to get the murder weapon out of purse into display case. So it has to
You're
have
going to put
a few-
it in a display case.
That's my idea. It's kind of okay. So my idea from this came from there was recently somebody like left their shoe or something in a museum and like some fancy, and then everybody started taking pictures of the shoe in the fucking corner as if it was art.
Yeah.
Fuck modern art. And so this is my idea. Is like people just assume it's part of the display.
I mean, now if you had said modern art, that's a great idea because yes, I think if you went to a modern art museum,
It could be
and people
any
would also
museum.
think it's performance art when you're doing it. Like,
No, you have to not call attention to yourself. And it can't be one of those that has museum attendants that sit at the corner.
Yes, yeah, 'cause
there has
they'll
to be
be
a
like-
really like low key bad museum.
The Finnish Museum.
I think
here.
the Finnish museum is gonna know if you come in with a hammer that's got stains on it. They're gonna
Again,
be like,
we're not keeping our stuff stained. Bleach exists for a reason.
Finlanders eat blood. If you come in, they're covered in blood.
Yeah.
They're just gonna think you came from a potluck.
oh,
Yeah.
she's not covered in blood. It's just the murder weapon. You can't leave a knife in a museum and they're gonna think this is our knife.
You put it in a display case with other knives or something like that. You have to do it in a way that makes fucking sense, but you gotta.
You steal.
You replace it.
Oh,
You
I
steal
like
a
that.
musket. Use the musket to perpetrate a murder,
Yeah,
and then put it back.
but it has
That's
to fit my purse.
interesting.
It has to fit my purse.
I really like how this has become like a brainstorm,
collaborative effort.
group idea.
I will say the one problem with fucking with a display case is there's glass and your fingerprints are gonna be on it.
Some of them they have an empty back where there's no glass on the back, and you just gotta slip your fingers in the back.
There's
You
a
have to
lot of-
find the right
There's
museum.
a lot of
This is very
scouting involved.
specific.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But you know what? Murder's very specific, so
maybe.
I don't know. We're all just giant bags of flesh walking around. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm number 2, and I'm gonna do my number 2, not poop related. Anyway, I've been trying to keep mine to can you dispose of this within an hour? That's kind of my fun little.
Okay.
Can we do this? So this is again murder evidence, not body, and donate it to Goodwill.
This was my number 1.
Oh, well, too bad.
Well, it's my number 1, so we're adding it together.
You can come up with a new one within that.
I did so well when I came up with a new one.
Yeah, so I'm thinking just put it in a box with a bunch of other things. And you can have multiple boxes, multiple Goodwills. And, make sure it's junk, looks like junk, looks like somebody would never use it. The important part of this is because they don't have cameras or anything. So you're going to hand your boxes and your bags make sure there's a ton of shit, just a ton of shit, and hand it to them. And also, if you can add in some sand or dust in there, so it's also just unpleasant to sift through. Just make it the most unpleasant thing to go through. Add a dirty diaper too.
Estate stale. So, dirty diaper. Don't put someone through that.
Well, no, I think this is key because
you've just murdered somebody. I think that where our
you're
levels
gonna have to be okay with the fact that you want to make the experience of them looking through this box or bag enough that they're like, you know what, fuck it. And they get rid of it for you. And if it makes it to a shelf and someone buys it, okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. And the great part is you can check the Goodwill and go in there and be like, oh, it's still there. And
You're
then
going to drop
it
it off at your neighborhood Goodwill, dude?
No, but I might do it 20 minutes away and check on it every once in a while just to see.
I do it when I'm down in Des Moines visiting my parents or something. It has to be one where it's not where I go typically.
I feel so confident in this method, especially if you make the stuff gross, that
they're going to throw it.
That it is absolutely, you can get away with it. And you could do it at your local place. Mine are all bold. Mine involve looking someone in the eye, handing them
the murder evidence,
your life, and knowing just without a doubt that it's going to be okay.
Oh my
I have found shirts with blood on them in a Goodwill.
Yeah.
This is that's where my idea came from.
What the likelihood that one of us has picked up a murder evidence and bought it and it's in our house right now, I think is very high.
I went to Goodwill once and saw a nice shirt there. It was a flannel with the sleeves rolled up, and I was like, "Hey, this looks awesome." And I unrolled the sleeve, and it was shredded and bloody, as if a bear had ripped this person's hand off. So
people,
it's real.
Throw your fucking trash away,
or they're trying to get rid of their murder evidence.
No.
Yeah.
That's nasty, but apparently sounds like it happens.
I think it's one of the more plausible.
Yeah. Oh
What's
my God.
What's your number 1 or 2? Number 2.
My number 2 is I either go back to school for forensic evidence.
It's totally under the radar.
There actually is somebody there. This was just in the news that there was a forensic guy. Yeah. And he was doing bad stuff. I can't remember what exactly, but literally he was a forensic analyst. And so he knew he was going through school to learn how to do it.
Yeah. Or I go through school. I find somebody who's really smart. I befriend them. I drop out of school. Done. Bye.
Nice.
And
that's big brain thinking.
I marry this man.
So you go to school to get your MRS degree.
Yes, I do. Yeah. And then I'm somebody's little wifey. And he comes home because he's a fucking giant nerd, and then he talks about school all day, and I'm really interested for all the wrong reasons.
And you're like, but wait, could you figure that one out?
Yeah, we do better brainstorming than what's happening here.
We're doing great.
I'm more convinced than ever that we could figure this out.
If we ever actually commit murder, we can't use any of the 12 ideas we're putting out here today.
That's why we said at the beginning that we haven't done any of the successful. None of these are the ones that we would really do or have done.
Yeah, right. And I learned how to frame him.
Yeah. I knew this was coming. Yeah. And
because
I'm now he's the one who's gone to forensics.
Yeah.
So he looks guilty. Yeah.
Oh my God. I love it.
And then I'm just like, what? I'm this poor woman whose husband's in jail. He killed somebody?
It is usually the man. Especially if you do it in a violent way.
Yeah.
Like a man would do.
Yeah.
Yeah, your poor husband.
God.
God,
He won't do
I did
well.
not see
Just
that
make sure
twist
not to-
coming.
Me
Make
neither.
sure, make sure not to fall in love with him. Did you say you didn't see that twist coming, Jen?
No, I was getting ready to ask her, like, does she stay married to him after the murder is taken care of, or does she divorce him? And then she turns it into, yeah, I'm just gonna frame him casually.
Well, I
like, I'm gonna ruin
debated-
this guy's life.
Between like making him an accomplice or
Can't
just
trust him.
No, you can't
Right,
trust
can't
somebody
trust
else with your secret.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sink slips, sink ships. Sometimes you marry for love. Sometimes you marry for murder.
Yeah. Literally.
But, okay,
salt
The way
burn
a
it.
girl
So-
thinks.
Mara, if you frame him,
Yeah.
do you think that because he's trained for this, right? Do you
Yeah.
think that he would figure out that you were the one that framed him?
Oh, this is good also because, like, could he outwit,
Yeah.
outsmart, outplay,
It'd be a fun
Love
game.
outlast? Yeah. Oh, okay. Now we're getting into like Mr. and Mrs. Smith type
Yeah.
situation where you're trying to frame him. He's undoing what you're doing. He's gonna prove himself. Psych. He wasn't ever going to forensic school. He was a lawyer. He defends himself. You're on the stand as a witness trying to save him because you're still pretending like you're a good wife. He tricks you, Legally Blonde style, into admitting in front of everyone that you did it.
Yeah.
I love it. Fun fact.
You were taking a shower?
Wow.
Don't
Hey,
get any
Mara,
perms.
I'm just going to say it. Your
Yeah.
future husband is so fucking smart.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm like rooting for him.
You know how to
kinda.
pick
Wow.
him.
I mean, a little bit. And then, like, somehow we work through it.
Yeah, you work through
Yeah.
it. You run away to Mexico. You're like, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do
Bonnie
a
and
you
Clyde
do a
in it.
Yellow Jackets where
Oh.
Blacklist.
she finds out or he finds out that she's done all these things and he's like, we can get through this together.
Yeah. Wow.
A
I'm going to
classic
find true
love
love.
And then you guys will frame his professor.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Who gave him a C?
Nice.
Nobody gives baby a C.
Ooh, that's another top 3 professors I would frame because of how they treated me.
Oh, got him. Locked and loaded.
Yeah. Instant.
Oh, God. Mr.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we have. You know what? I feel like we bring him up
Hey,
every
Grayson,
podcast.
can we scrub that name
No,
out
we
of
will.
this
Yeah.
recording?
Literally, Jen, we've already had to another one. Like, we bring him
Yeah.
up so much.
I fucking hate him.
We'll bleep him.
Such a creep.
true.
All right. Jen, what's your number 2?
Oh, very similar to Mara. So I love to see it.
Ooh.
Okay.
Is there a romance in this too? I'm excited.
No, I mean, there's always a romance in my life, but it's unrelated to the circumstances at hand.
Boo.
Okay.
Um,
Smart.
Or not smart.
I don't know.
For my number 2, you have to get a part-time job at either a hazardous, like biohazard
Yeah.
cleaning company, a crematorium, or a pet cemetery. And
Yeah.
now you have access to like the cleaning chemicals that can help you clean the crime scene and the evidence, or you have access to the crematorium to burn the body, which I have learned is a gruesome process.
No, don't share.
Well,
I'm interested.
shout out to that HBO series called The Mortician right now. Only one episode is out currently as we're recording this.
This is a sponsor.
Yeah, my bad. I'll hold it in.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, apparently one of my current coworkers has familial relations to a crematorium, and I have learned it is a multi-part grueling process, and it takes apparently 8 to 12 hours to ash a body, as I call it.
Gross.
So
Yeah.
you really got to commit to that one if you're going to do it. Or pet cemetery, same concept as before. You bury the body beneath someone's beloved pet.
I think that's a better idea because no one's gonna go looking for a body there. There's already
Yeah.
dirt turned up. There's
For a
already
pet
like there's no like
cemetery?
dog walking around a pet cemetery to look for a dead body.
Yeah,
I
so
don't
this is
know.
definitely a long haul play. You got to
Yeah.
get a
Do
part-time job with
pets-
one of these.
Do pet cemeteries even exist?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What question is that? Pet.
What?
Okay. Okay. Where's
The
one in the
fuck?
Twin Cities?
I don't know.
Have you
None
ever
of my
been to one?
pets are dead.
Have you ever been to one? Have you ever seen one?
There's a
Do you think that Kara and Mara and Grayson go for lovely midday strolls amongst the dead animals, Marion?
If they do, I'll start being suspicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Fair
there
enough.
is a cemetery right behind Bandy's vet, and I have not technically
there
checked to see
is.
if they're
It's a human one.
human
Yeah.
bones.
It's a human one.
All right. Well, I think also you could get a job at like a nuclear facility or an acid facility, anywhere where you can just, trip and dump some things in that vat.
Nah, the security on the nuclear facility is too tight.
What about like an acid facility?
It's pretty tight. It would have to be a long game situation. This was almost one of mine.
But it seems like it's too risky.
It's pretty, because also like by the time you gather enough acid to dispose of what you need to, has the acid, like the expiration date, is it even potent enough? Or like, have you just created a chemical bomb situation in your own
Well,
garden?
I don't think Marion is advocating for taking the acid out. I think she's advocating for bringing the body in.
Not the body, the murder evidence, I would say. Yeah, let's just dump it in the acid vats.
So you also have to
You're supposed to
have
be this
some chemical
like,
understanding,
Yeah.
though, if you go in there, because you could end up you could like throw a hammer in like a vat of some type of acid and go, yes, the acid will now eat the hammer, and just sit there and watch it do nothing at the bottom.
Yeah, 'cause you
until
needed a
you
base.
panic, reach your hand in, and then your hand burns off because your hand is reacting with it.
Well, that's just
No one's going to
silly goosing.
Somebody might do that.
Are there giant Okay, sorry. I'm just going back to the part where apparently there's giant vats of acid
I don't
sitting
know,
out
but
that are not in like some sort of container. Like we have a big giant bathtub.
Surely an acid factory. Surely comics and cartoons haven't lied to me. I assume there's big vats of
that people can trip
green,
into all the time.
Yeah.
bubbling. You can hang someone over. I mean, I guess a lot of murders in cartoons happen over vat acid.
It's just disgusting. That's a hazard all of in itself.
I know I'm talking a lot in this episode, but I don't know about big vats of acid, but we did learn a few years back that the Hormel
chili.
They make meat food products.
Yeah.
They do just have big open vats of meat. And we know this because some transient fella crawled through the vents of a Hormel factory, I think down in Iowa, fell through the duct into the vat of
Is it hot meat?
well, so what they're doing is they're like grinding it. So right, so it's like a big
He
sausage
got ground
stir.
into the meat.
He got ground into the Hormel little sizzler breakfast sausage.
This was on my short list. Any type of meat grinder was on my short list, but I thought people have thought of that. I thought that's kind of in the garden range of like that's
Basic bitch. Murder evidence disposal.
Yeah. One of mine was almost going to be just saying Soylent Green is people.
What did you just say?
I understood that.
What?
Soil
Thank you,
and
Grayson.
greenness?
Oh my God.
Like-
Soylent Green is people.
what?
All right. Y'all need to get up with culture.
Soylent is that meal replacement bullshit.
I don't understand what you're trying to say.
Grayson, translate.
So there was a movie at one point where there was like a new meat product, a new meat factory in town called Soylent Green. And everyone loved it. Oh my gosh, this is so tasty. Best thing I've ever had. And turns out the meat, you can put the pieces together. I don't feel like I have to say
Is
it.
this a fictional story?
No, it's a
Yeah.
1973 sci-fi thriller.
That's
That's
what-
an hour.
Yeah,
and
it's fictional.
37.
Yeah, I said is it fictional?
No, it's sci-fi.
Amen.
Thriller.
Amen.
Okay, I see.
No wonder
Yeah,
we didn't
the
understand what you were
fi-
saying.
The phi in sci-fi stands for factual, actually.
Dude, I think I've seen this book cover before. I'm just gonna ignore my ignorance earlier, but
Yeah, I don't think Jen was off base. I think that's a pretty relatively well-established cultural
Thank you,
touchstone.
Grayson.
So-
I feel well
we
defended.
weren't arguing that.
No, I
we were
literally
just
just couldn't
confused. We didn't
understand
understand
the
what was being said.
Also, you have a weird obsession with the fact that if people eat other people, they get that mouth thing, and you talk about it frequently. So, of course, you know this.
prions.
What's
It's not a
that?
mouth
Who,
thing.
who
Wait,
has
what's
that
a mouth
obsession?
Grayson
thing?
has this, like, whenever we
What
talk.
are you saying?
Damn.
Are you saying I have cannibal blisters around my mouth?
No, I'm saying that whenever we talk about cannibalism, which seems to come up a weird
It
amount.
does. Yeah.
Okay, well, in fairness,
Savina
Lucas read that
especially.
one book.
Savina just has to talk about
Yeah, and
what
then
family
Donner.
the
Donner
Donner
Party.
Party.
What
shout
book,
out,
Jen?
shout out to Savina.
What book, Jen?
That book like 2 years ago that traumatized him. right?
Cannibal blisters? Is
It's called prions, and basically it's so humans are not meant to eat other human meat.
Duh.
And so they get this like blister thing around their mouth, and it's called prions. No.
No,
No.
prions, that's not what a prion
No,
is.
God, it's so different.
We've brought up prions on this like 5 times.
I feel like I've never heard any of the
Oh my
words that are being said
God.
before.
I'm making a presentation this fucking week about goddamn prions.
I think the idea that you can catch something by eating other humans is just
It's not catching
categorically
something. It's
false.
your body
no.
reacting to the human
Sorry.
meat.
I've heard the blister thing before.
What? So can you tell me?
Prions are misfolded proteins that continue to duplicate in your body, and it's a degenerative thing where you will basically collapse in on yourself and you will die. There's no cure for prions. It's not some disease.
And you get this by eating humans?
Specifically, if you eat parts of their nervous system, is like the highest.
Mad cow disease, that's caused by prions.
Okay, I'm looking this up. Apparently, you would have
Holy
to eat the
cow.
human brain.
Yeah.
So as long as you're not eating the human brain, you're fine.
He said neurological.
It even
Sorry. Can we clarify for the listeners? You're not fine as long as you're eating everything but the human brain. You are still eating a human. There's something categorically wrong with you.
Shit.
Oh, interesting.
Good point.
Women and children usually eat the brain. So
What?
Yeah, they're more likely.
Why?
Because men are fucked up. No,
Wait,
Men
I think it's
want
probably
the
because
uterus.
it's
I think it has more nutrition. Is that what you just said?
no. It's,
No, I said men want the uterus.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
apparently,
Where
they
is this
know
energy
this
with your list?
Papua New Guinea
Yeah.
is
Hey,
where they've been looking at this.
Not to traumatize people further, but just to go back to the crematorium discussion.
Yeah.
Mhm, the reason, yep. mhm.
Yeah, how do we get here?
I have no idea.
How do we get to
At
eating?
one point, the words meat grinder were said,
Oh, right.
and I just feel compelled to tell everyone that at one stage in the crematorium process, there is a stage very akin to a meat grinder. Just ruminate in that for a minute because I had to.
Ruminate while we go to our sponsors.
Hell yeah.
So my proposal is that instead of doing doo-doo-doos when the
Wait,
when,
where were the sponsors?
They're
Oh,
happening.
they're happening.
I
We're in it
guess.
right now. But I'm just saying, just do a little dance, a little silent dance, and you'll get that same energy
I'll do
out.
I don't want to be told.
what I
to
want to
enjoy
do.
my interlude.
I said proposal. I didn't say command. So back off. That's a command.
That was
Anyway,
a
our number 3 sponsor is
The new HBO series called The Mortician. It so far there's only one episode out as
I
of the
love that.
7th of June, 2025.
yeah. By the time this airs, it'll be done.
I don't know how many episodes are coming out, but it's about the Lamb the Lamb Funeral Home in Pasadena, California, and the like malpractices that happened in the 70s and 80s. And like Lamb was a really old, like it was made and it's like hundreds of years old before this crematorium like scandal. That's the word I wanted. Happened. So that's, I mean, they haven't gotten to the murder part of it, but I really think that's an episode 2. And I'm like, I can't wait.
excited.
I'm excited. It's good. I used to want to be a mortician.
Yeah, I remember those
Yeah.
days.
I don't know if I remember.
You would have been good at that.
I think so, dude.
Yeah, dude.
There's
You can
still
do it.
time.
Yeah, you
I
can still
know.
do
Go
it.
back to school.
Go back to
Learn about
school.
forensic evidence.
Meet a nice forensic scientist.
You know, those
Perfect.
are adjacent. I actually think I was thinking about this. You can't go into forensic science when you go to school because you need to have like they'll be like, oh, you went to school for this. This is why you did it. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So if you do an adjacent field and you meet somebody in forensic science, 'cause you go to the
That's
same
what she
lab.
was
or whatever.
saying. She was
No,
saying that
I
she
said I would
she-
go back to school for
Yeah.
forensics.
But I
and
think
then
you go
drop
back
out.
to be a mortician and you just marry somebody in the.
Yeah,
Yeah.
keep it in the family.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if they were at a family reunion, they'd both
So-
because they're related. Now, our second sponsor would be Dexter. I've never
Yeah.
watched it, but I assume he does creative things.
Oh yeah. It's
Yeah?
good shit.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll have to look into it.
Yeah.
Can
Great
number
show.
1 be How to Get Away with Murder?
Yeah, but they're not very good at it.
Oh.
I've only seen like 2 episodes.
If you watch the first season, they're not good at doing it.
Okay.
But I thought about it, but then I thought,
Okay. Well, it's number 1.
no,
I
that's
thought number one sponsor was USPS because we love them so much.
Right.
all right. Yeah, shout out to USPS. I think I can rely on you for one thing, and that's losing my murder evidence. All right.
Yeah. Checks out.
Doesn't that hit? Didn't that hit? I think the dancing hit.
Jen, we danced.
Yeah.
Oh, cute. I'm so glad that I was included in that.
Well, I mean, I gave you the proposal. So let's go with our number 1. So you're not going to have a number 1?
My number 1 is the Goodwill.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll skip her. Time.
No.
Well, time.
It's good. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
she doesn't have to. She already
Yep.
talked about it.
Yep.
All right.
Out.
My number 1 is, I feel like this might be other people's number 1s.
Probably not.
Not mine.
Mine is get really into teacup pigs. That's first. You start talking about teacup pigs to people.
I like where this is going.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, I'm going to get 3 teacup pigs. Kind of do like Melissa McCarthy from The Bridesmaids. where
Yes.
She gets 6 puppies
No,
at
she
once.
gets 9 puppies. Turns out 7 would have been better. 9's too much.
I think she says 8.
You get 9
It's 9.
teacup
I'll
pigs.
slap bet you on that.
No, I think that
Oh.
she's like, oh, I think I should have done 8.
No, it's 7.
You think it's okay?
You
You know, I believe you.
You get 9 teacup pigs. You feed them like a really special treat all the time. It's like Marion's magical mix, kind of like Mike's magical stuff from Space Jam. You're gonna have to watch all these movies so that way you start getting the references. That's step number 1. Then you you have your 9 teacup pigs. Everyone knows this, and then you're like, wow, 7 would have been better. You let everyone know that because also you realize there's no such thing as a teacup pig, and now you've just got 9 full-size pigs.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you're like, there's no way I could possibly support these. You donate them to a farmer, but you have a contract with a farmer that says that every Sunday you get to visit the pigs and you get to feed them your special Marion's magical stuff. Now you commit your murder and then you put the body into the magical stuff. You freeze it in a freezer. And then every time you go to the pigs, you give them the magical stuff. So they're used to eating stuff like that. They're loving it. They're pooping out the body.
You don't even have to give them stuff. This is my number 1, more or less. You don't have to give them special. They'll just eat anything.
Well, I think that, yes, but I think the thing is that you have to have a well-known, established thing
A
that
routine.
your pigs like your little mixture that you do. It's a fun treat you have for them. They've been raised on it,
Yeah.
and that's your special bond with your pigs. So it's not weird because I was thinking about this. I was like, can't just show up to somebody's fucking pigs and be like, hey, let me feed your pigs this one time. You can't go sneak onto a farm and feed the pigs. And I don't really want 9 pigs or have to deal with that just so I can successfully get away with 1 murder. So this way, you only have the pigs for a short time. Everybody knows that you like to feed them a special thing, and it doesn't have to be special.
Yeah.
It's just your bonding thing. And then you find a benevolent farmer who lets visitations happen, and that's when you feed.
You're also assuming that this farmer is not raising this food for meat, that they're going to keep these pigs around for at least long enough for you to.
Yeah, pigs get to market weight pretty fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that if I had pets and I wanted visitations that I would pick a farmer who wasn't going to do right. I'm already trying to get a benevolent farmer who would
takes pity on you and keeps your 9 pigs.
has a contract. No.
Do you pay him to keep
Sure.
the pigs? Okay.
if that
'Cause
makes you
otherwise it
feel
has
better
to
in
be-
this fiction.
Well, because otherwise it has to be like a rescue facility. Because people
Could be a
farmers
rescue-
are going
Yeah,
to keep a
here-
pig. and
Fine,
feed them.
fine. Rescue facility. It's a place where I get to dump my pigs and then I give them food. And also, I could dump the pigs like 3 months before the murder,
Yeah. That would absolutely-
and then do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was yours?
My slight differences for that same scenario are I just know I could find a pig farmers
farmers,
that
yeah.
would just let me.
feed.
Just come in, and when the police come around and they're like, hey, so we found human remains in your pig poop.
No, 'cause-
and then the farmer says,
no.
huh, that's odd. You know what? Mara did come around. She's never fed my pigs before. She suddenly had a truck, said, don't worry about
Okay,
it.
well, my knowledge about pigs might be slightly more than yours. Pigs digest everything except for teeth.
Okay, so the teeth come out.
The teeth come out, and I'm getting rid of them at the Mall of America. I'm scattering them.
Oh, I
at
love
the Mall of
that.
America
The
in
Mall of
various trashes.
Disgusting. That's
Put them
brilliant.
under your pillow.
Let the tooth fairy handle that.
Daddy Tooth Fairy. And then I'm assuming, I was too afraid to Google this, but I'm assuming because they can't digest teeth, they also probably can't digest bone. And bone's a little bit more difficult to get rid of because
Yeah.
the dust can be dangerous. So,
I assumed that you were going to dump you know enough about pig farmers that in the middle of the night, you would like dispose the body so that nobody had a link to you.
yeah.
Like you go to visit somebody,
yes.
you have your trunk full of the dead body, and
Yeah.
then you're like, oh, I can't sleep. I'm going to go get an
My
ice cream.
murder. You also
Well,
have to check.
pigs don't sleep near the feeding trough though. Like the body will still be there when the farmer
That's
wakes
a really
up.
good
And
point.
also,
Maybe you don't put it in the feeding trough.
being in the ag field now and knowing how many
Tell our listeners what part of the ag field you're in, please.
no, it's totally legitimate. Just like when I claim my college scenic construction
Yeah.
counts as real construction. Being in the ag field now and knowing how many like livestock borne diseases there are,
Yeah.
the biosecurity on pig farming and poultry farming and cattle farming is insane. Like a lot of farmers have their livestock on lockdown to try and keep the biohazard.
This
is
is
controlled.
correct, but I couldn't be going to a hog confinement and dropping the body off. It would be a very small, it'd be like a hobby farm operation. It wouldn't be
Okay.
like what my grandpa has. Because the security there,
Okay.
Jen, you're so correct, is like
Yeah.
insane. Like he couldn't even let us inside to go look at it.
Oh,
This is why you have to find
Yeah.
a benevolent farmer who agrees to visitations, and it's not suspicious when you show up every Sunday and you feed your pigs a little bit,
Yeah.
and then you leave because you have to find a farmer who's cool with it. That's number one.
You also have to make sure that you remove and just properly dispose of medical implants or breast implants.
Oh my God, the medical implant's such a good point.
Yeah, the serial numbers can be tracked back to
Yeah.
the person it was implanted in.
Oh my
Goodwill.
God.
So
That's when you give that shit to Goodwill.
there's a movie with like The Rock and a couple, I think Marky Mark, I want to say, where they like talk about the first murder that was ever solved with using breast implants.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Because
shit.
they like didn't dissolve in the vat of acid that they put it in.
Hell
Because
yeah.
Holy shit.
yeah.
Those are some good boobies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Titties.
I think if
So-
you take the teeth to Goodwill, that's perfect because they're gonna be like, ugh, somebody collected, someone
Their
else's
kid's teeth.
and they're gonna throw it away for you.
Yeah.
Done. Bing. Bing.
Or-
boom.
One time I was at the Art Whirl and this guy gave me my change back and a tooth.
Yeah.
What?
Well, it wasn't a
Yeah.
real tooth.
No,
We've had this on the
I'm-
podcast.
Pretty sure it's a real tooth.
No, it was a promotion. What was it a promotion for?
I don't know. I was a little lit. And I said, a tooth with my change? Okay.
I can't remember. I can't remember what podcast episode this is, but we talked about this in
Yeah.
length. Yeah, about
But
the tooth.
so you could get away with it that way too.
Yeah, make it an
Yeah.
art thing.
Or this could be in my long game where
Oh my God,
like,
you might-
I
if
have a
that-
hobby farm.
If that is a real tooth, you might have.
I know, I'm
part
just
of
thinking
murder
that.
evidence.
Did you keep it?
Only Mara would so casually accept a tooth from a stranger.
Oh.
So we can get an update where we find out if this is a real tooth.
Like, how do I prove it's a real tooth? I
You
don't have
kept it,
access to
right?
that.
So you can just give it
It's
to us.
somewhere.
I have an idea for
Yeah.
Mara for number one. I think that
Yes.
you could feasibly figure out a way to use body parts in paint or some sort of art thing,
my
sculpture,
God.
whatever. And I
Pottery.
feel like nobody would ever
Yeah.
like you put it like you start making sculptures and then in the middle of the sculpture you put a tooth.
Yeah.
Or like a femur or whatever.
Oh my God. And then what I can't
Oh my god!
put
and
in
then-
there, I just bring acid home to. I
Then
just
you would
slowly bring
be-
acid home.
You would be a serial killer. They would have a cool name like the pottery serial killer, or like the modern artist. I'm trying to think of a play on words,
This
but
is assuming she gets
The-
caught.
No, you got to go alliteration. She would be the serial sculptor.
Ooh.
Wow, that was low hanging fruit, Marion.
Damn it. Yeah, the serial sculptor. You would be all over the newspapers
Yeah.
for that one. Yeah, I mean, I don't think you could do a femur. I think people are going to get suspicious if you do any
No,
type
no,
of
no.
human
It's not that you can
bone.
see it. It's like in the middle so that you can't see it. That's
No
the whole
one
point, is
knows.
It's hiding it.
In the middle of what?
Like a
Of the
sculpture
clay.
or clay, or like I've ground it a bit and now it's into the paint. I
Yeah.
started
I mean, the
painting.
grinding, yes, but I was
Yeah.
imagining her saying, "Put it like you could place a tooth."
So
that
say
part
that
of
you're
the
making
thing
like
was
a
cool.
sculpture of I don't know, like a sunflower or something. The femur would be the stalk, and you would put clay around it, for example, and then you would have a sunflower at the top, and you'd like donate it to some school. or
Yeah, who
whatever.
needs Menards with hollow plastic tubes?
Yeah.
There you go.
Anyway,
All right, so
Jen?
Jen, what's your number one?
Wow. Kara just elevated the competition there. I just want to note if we were still giving points, because obviously I'm a part of this from the beginning too, clearly.
yes.
I feel like Kara would have gotten 5 points for that because that was fucking
5
brilliant.
points.
No
What
one's
the
out
fuck?
here giving
Nobody's
anybody
ever
5 points.
Gotten 5. Negative
I'm
1
an
for you
OG
even
and I give her
suggesting
5
that.
points.
God,
Wow.
you don't understand the point system.
Sacrilege.
That was at most 1 point. If
Yeah.
that.
It's
Probably,
one point.
probably
That
point,
was
well, probably
brilliant.
0.5 because she didn't think of it ahead of time.
Correct.
And
Yeah.
and she already had probably a little negative
Yes.
because her number 1
Sucked.
was somebody else's
Yeah.
number 2. So
Yeah.
No. We never took points away for that.
okay.
Well, we could
But you
start-
would have taken points away from me for my original number 3, which is no
Yes.
longer my number 3.
Oh
Would
yeah.
have been
That
would
would've
have
been like a negative 2.
3.
Yeah. Negative 2 probably. It was bad enough. It would have been a.
So I'd be at
negative
like a negative 1 right now.
2. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, Jen.
You guys are seriously undervaluing the paint sculpture idea, and it
Thank
is
you.
mind-boggling to me.
That's my number 1. Thank you.
That was so brilliant. No one else in this room could have come up with this.
I just think
I didn't.
that that's easier said than done.
Totally. It's not
Yeah.
it's not easy.
And also, like, sometimes people verify your materials when you're doing these things. I don't know. I
That
don't
feels-
think.
you're
And,
stretching.
sometimes they, if you get big enough, I'll
She's
agree.
not becoming
Here's
a
what-
world-renowned artist.
Here's what I'll
No.
say.
She's flying
Well,
under
if
the
you
radar.
become the fucking serial sculptor, listen, here's how I see this playing out. You make a bunch of sculptures. One day they either, if you're donating them to a place or whatever, somebody's going to eventually get a hold of them after you're dead. And just like all the arts where they like do infrared and they do the thing to see the painting underneath the painting, somebody's going to look inside of your art and they're going to find it and they're going to realize that you were a psychopath.
yeah,
But
I'm
you'll
fucking
be
dead.
dead.
I don't care. I'm dead.
Also, who's verifying my art? It wasn't made before nuclear bombs. I'm not trying to make a Rembrandt look alike.
I'm picturing
Yeah,
I'm picturing like you're
let's just
on
be
this
clear here for a moment. Kara is not talented enough as an artist to get big.
Kara was so
I
excited.
no longer
She's
want
like-
Jen on my side.
Kara was like, "Oh
Hide
yeah,
evidence.
somebody's gonna finally argue with me."
For the
These
record,
are two separate goals: making money versus hiding evidence.
I'm just
and
hiding
she
evidence.
Is just hiding
you
evidence.
know when you're like driving on a road trip and you see that weird just like parking lot next to a grass field and there's some really fucking weird sculptures. That's what I'm picturing. It's just like you're like, "Hey, I've been making some stuff. I need to clear some space. Can I give you this giant sunflower?" And they're like, "Fuck yeah, we'll like."
Yeah, but when they dispose of it, I think it'll come out.
Why are they disposing of my art?
Well, they're not gonna keep your art there always.
It's gonna
They rotate
die.
things, and if it's not good, and it's just like some crap
That's why I'm. That's why.
thing.
That's why Mara's included. You know,
I
like
could make a good sunflower.
it's pretty basic. I think I could do
Yeah.
it.
Remember that time I showed you a painting that I did of a sunflower, and your first question to me was, "Were you looking at a sunflower when you drew that?"
Oh.
And I said, "Yes." It's bad. Oh, Jen, give me your number one, please.
All right. I feel like this does not meet the bar after everything, but but I decided that in plain sight was where my train of thought started.
So you said Goodwill as well.
No. Then my brain took me down the Agatha Christie standpoint. And even though I have some ethical qualms with Agatha Christie's view on people, I was like, the best way to do this is to just gaslight the hell out of authorities and go with the plot of "And Then There Were None," where 10 people died. They were the only 10 people that could possibly have been on this island. And there's no way that the police can figure out who did it because all of them are clearly murders or have been tampered with after death. And so police cannot figure out for the life of them who the murderer was. Now, it does mean that you, as the murderer, also die. You are one of the 10 people.
You disappear.
No, you die.
Wow, what?
Spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't read And Then There Were None. You die.
Damn.
But yeah, just gaslight the hell out of the police, and
Wait, I'm trying to
never
understand
know.
this. What? So you're on an island
With 10 people.
and you kill them all.
Okay, so the movie, yes, you've seen the movie The Glass Onion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the concept. Glass Onion is loosely based off of And Then There Were None. I'm surprised no one else has read this. It's a classic.
I can't make it through one of her books.
Yeah, the anti-Semitism and racism is just like so severe.
It's kind of boring.
She's like, I'm good with the other stuff.
I'm not good with the other stuff.
I don't mind that so much, but God. Who let this lady have a pen and paper? My God. Let's get back to the days where women weren't allowed to write. Am I right?
Amen. Yeah.
So the concept, spoiler alert for anyone who's gonna read it.
Wait,
listening,
I don't
stop.
want this.
It's in the name.
No, no, go ahead. Vetoed, go ahead.
Just take your earmuffs off.
Oh,
Your
So
earmuffs.
The murderer invites
still going?
everyone to
Okay.
this. I just
What?
started, bitch. Invites everyone to this private island and plans out their deaths very methodically.
Okay.
And when the police finally come to investigate, everyone is dead, and they are very sure that there was no one else on this island for circumstances that Marion will find out when she reads it.
Interesting.
And so that's just the entire plan, is to just kill everyone, including yourself.
Sorry. So literally what you're suggesting is murder suicide.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
yeah.
correct.
100%. Yeah.
Hey, I'm back.
Okay.
Okay.
Gaslight the cops.
It's a
That's
little
the plan.
dark.
Won't they be able to tell that you were the last one to die?
No.
No.
Based off the
And you'll
plot that
find
she's
out why
described.
when
Okay.
you read the book.
Okay, cool.
Huh.
This isn't making the top 3.
No.
I'll say that much. I don't want to have to die to dispose of the
Exactly.
murder
The whole
evidence.
point is that you get to live.
Yeah.
You're getting away with murder. You don't murder
Yeah,
yourself
it's-
in the process.
It's imperfect for sure.
Interesting that it was number 1, but
Yeah.
okay.
Little
It's
dark.
our first time.
I've never had to plan a murder before, okay? So I
Liar.
turned to one of the greats.
Or 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any honorable mentions? I had construction site.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spread it out, half in the Pacific, half in the Atlantic.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Lava, if you had access.
Yeah.
Lava would be good.
Yeah. That would be good.
On.
eBay.
eBay.
Jesus.
Yes. Yeah, just
True silence.
just you I thought it was too close to Goodwill and USPS, so I left it. But yeah,
Oh,
you
sorry. I was thinking of the body.
Oh no, not the body. Yeah.
Same.
The murder
The
evidence.
evidence.
Girl, you
no,
about to get so
you do
caught.
have an interesting point here. Could you sell a body on eBay?
There was
Almost
a black market tattoo skin selling that was involved. There was this guy in Minnesota, and the only reason he got caught is because he was bragging about it too much. But there were like professors involved, and they were selling like tattoos from dead people, skin and like skulls and things, and it was like a whole U.S.
I wonder if you could
body
make like
trading.
yes. I wonder if you could make like human skin leather and then sell
Yeah.
it as like a purse or something.
Oh my
Ooh.
God.
Grayson said, like that was obvious. Just gonna put that out there.
I said,
Can and those things exist.
Another honorable mention that I had, which was really close to USPS, was you mail you like FedEx stuff to another country, but you list a bunch of things so it gets stuck in customs for basically the rest of its life. You refuse to pay the tariffs.
How many times has the mailing system hurt you?
Yeah. You lost a package recently.
Not recently, but in my 20s, and especially when I was abroad,
Yeah.
I had a lot of issues, and I was like, okay.
Fuck this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I will say the only time I've ever had any package issues with USPS was when I tried to send something to Kara in Uganda.
Yeah, it has to be international. That is key. I
Yep.
forgot to mention that
Right.
part. But like,
Well,
it
the
has to
package
have-
came right back to me. So like,
Well, yeah,
You don't- you're not
do
putting a return.
God,
Come on.
Fucking Jesus. All right, let's get our. Unless you have honorable mentions.
No.
Barely
Okay.
made 3.
Some
Yep.
people. I'm over here with like 10 ideas.
Yeah,
that
I
we can get rid of
struggled
this.
real hard.
Some of the
with three.
construction's obvious.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
why it was my honorable
I had a lot
mention.
of. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, so you went with garden bed.
It was this morning. Corvid. I went with Corvid.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
so
breaking apart a hammer somehow.
what's our top threes?
Bigger hammer.
I do think Corvid would be.
I
in
think
there,
Corvin is in there too, and I'm
which
so,
is so
annoyed.
angry. Yeah, I'm angry about it.
God, I don't think any of mine.
Wait, can we all? Sorry, mine's Corvid.
No, forensic scientist.
stinks.
Yeah, no, I think I love the long plot. I'm here for
Forensic
for
scientist
framing him,
husband, frame him, but you guys fall back in love.
Yeah.
I guess you weren't in love at the beginning, but
No.
you are by the end.
He was a mark.
Frame a yep. You got high on your own supply.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, so that Corvids and then like another one.
The
for me, it's a toss up between the painting and the Goodwill.
Goodwill. There it is. The Goodwill. I really liked the Goodwill because like the mailing service, I just feel like there's a lot of like various ways to slightly get caught, but they do lose shit all the fucking time. So
You have to really believe in incompetency. But I think the doing it at Christmas, brilliant.
Oh yeah. So I agree with you, Jen. Goodwill. Yeah. Sorry, none of yours
Yeah, sorry, Jen.
made the list.
See what mine did.
Oh,
We're not counting your Goodwill.
No. Whoa.
It was my number one until.
I bet you didn't have as many good reasons as I did.
Well, we'll never know.
Nope.
Because you put it as number 2.
Number 2.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have thought of like diaper dust. That
exactly.
stuff.
Yeah, you would have just given them stuff, and
No,
maybe
no,
there would
I
have
was
been
going to cover it
interesting.
and try to make it grow, but I wouldn't have thought of like the extreme disgust
Human
that you
shit.
put in. Yeah, human shit wasn't on my list of things to add to
Yeah.
the box.
Baby human shit. Come on, guys.
No, just who do I know? Where am I getting infant human shit?
Literally anybody's diaper or anybody. You could just walk down my alley and then you'd find a diaper.
Yeah.
Oh my. Well, I'm gonna vomit.
All right. Well, thank you for listening. This has been my top everything. Go ahead and hit us up with your best murder disposing
Yeah.
evidence, whatever.
Women only.
Yeah.
Women only offering suggestions.
Right. I don't want to hear from you men about this subject.
No.
I will also take non-binary.
Sure.
Yes.
Yes. And yeah.
No cis hetero men's up in my DMs about this goddamn bullshit.
yeah.
But everything else you want to talk to more about, you're free game.
Hell yeah.
You know,
Marion's vagina. I'm here for you.
you're
I
here
know.
to support
to
my
your
vagina, or you're
DMs.
here for the men who want to talk about my vagina.
Yes.
Yes.
My Top Everything podcast at gmail.com. Exa, no, not Exa, it's Blue Sky us. I don't know why I said X. I've never been on there. Blue Sky,
Reddit,
Instagram.
Insta.
all the places. All right.
Yeah. USPS mail.
Thanks.
Get a P.O. box one day.
Tell us what your top 3 of our list is.
Or don't.
See you later.
Love you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
I don't want them to send us ideas because then they're just taking up our future idea. You know, like
We don't.
I don't need to be in
Get
some